Servus from my hometown Graz in the south of Austria. I came to visit my family and friends, smash some KOMs and visit the first stage of the Tour of Austria. But before I'll show you some impressions, let's go back to 2 days ago when I went for some KOM attacks in a beautiful hilly area in the south of Graz.
So the first of 4 KOM attacks is a climb that means a lot to me. The segment is called Judendorf climb. It's 1.2 kilometers at an average of 7.4% gradient. It kicks off with up to 14%, flattens out a bit, and the final meters are steep again with up to 12% gradient. You can find all the Strava links in the caption. The fastest time was set by local legend Philipp Sprüssel, a very strong rider who has most of the climbing KOMs in this area. It took him 3 minutes 31 seconds with an average of 20 kilometers per hour. But I'm here today to conquer this KOM. The climb is meaningful to me because it was the first climb I rode on a bike when I was like 9 years of age. I used to ride the bike with my mom and we would always ride here. At the beginning I could do like the first 100 meters before I had to stop. But more than 20 years later, I can ride further and I'm starting very quick. After 30 seconds, I'm 4 seconds ahead. I'm pushing 500 watts at this point to get through this steep part. So yeah, I'm back doing videos. Form is amazing. I'm in my best ever climbing shape. So I knew I can beat that KOM and I was motivated, as you can see, still pushing almost 500 watts here out of the saddle and see if I can get that KOM. After 1 minute, I'm 8 seconds ahead and things look very good at this point. After 90 seconds, I'm 15 seconds ahead. I can see that on my screen. I'm checking the live segment at this point, and I know I am on a good way to take this KOM, but there's still way to go to the top, and I still need to keep the pace up to see if I can improve the time. And yeah, at this point I'm losing a bit. You can see his pace, his speed is higher than mine, but the gap is still 15 seconds. And here we reach the top before we reach that flat section, that short flat section. Short time to catch a breath here at this point, 17 seconds ahead before we reach the final kick. So we turn left here in front of us, and then it is like just one more hard push to the top of the climb. And things look very good at this point. This is just the final steep part here, and I'm able to take the KOM as it seems. I'm just trying to push it one last time, getting out of the saddle, pushing more than 600 watts at this point, and it looks great. So I'm taking not only 1 but 2 KOMs, 3 minutes 8 seconds, an average of 398 watts or 6.6 watts per kilo. It was a 100% effort and I had a VAM of 1658, which is pretty solid. At the top I was 23 seconds ahead of the old KOM. You can also see that I made the most time in that first steeper half of the climb. I was also pushing like crazy, as you can see in my power graph. So yeah, beautiful start of this KOM hunt. Next up is another nice climb with similar stats like the first one, 1 kilometer at an average of 7.2% gradient for the Hofstraße climb. This climb has also a steeper and flatter sections. This is perfect for me as a puncher, as I can push over the steeper parts. Philipp Sprüssel is also the reigning KOM holder here for this segment with 2 minutes 49 seconds and an average speed of 21.2 kilometers per hour. I was super confident that I can take this KOM since it was a similar effort like the first one, and I could take that KOM with quite a margin. But I just try to not overpace it at the beginning, but this is really hard because we have a steeper section here and I'm pushing before that like more than 500 watts. Now it flattens out here a bit with 6%, 5%, and after first 30 seconds I'm 4 seconds ahead once again. So it's a similar start like the first KOM. And I'm here in this flatter section before we reach another steeper section here with 12% at this point, 1 minute in, 5 seconds ahead, and I'm pushing more than 400 watts here. Smile is on my face because I can see I am ahead. I'm getting out of the saddle, pushing it here really hard over this steeper part here, almost 500 watts at this point, and 13% gradient, 18 kilometers per hour, and I'm just trying to get through there. This is a bit of a shorter effort, and I know I can take this KOM if I can just keep on pushing. 1 minute 30 in and I'm 10 seconds ahead. Let's see if I can take the KOM on this segment. 2 minutes in, 12 seconds ahead. We just need to reach that corner ahead of us. It turns right and then it flattens out a bit. So this is where I need to get to. This is where I need to push it really hard here. Getting out of the saddle one last time here, pushing 500 watts here to take the KOM here for this second segment. and things look really good, but I'm suffering here with the heart rate of 185 beats per minute. Things look very good. Last few meters here, I didn't know exactly where it will stop, so I lost a bit of time here probably, but I could also take this KOM with 2 minutes 32 seconds, an average of 400 watts or 6.7 watts per kilo. It was a 98% effort, so I left it all out there and I could beat the old KOM by 17 seconds, so another good margin. There were only 300 people who set a time on this segment, but the first few guys are really strong local riders, so I'm super happy. You can see in the power graph that I was punching through the steeper section and I could gradually create the gap throughout the climb, so the pacing was pretty well. So 2 of 4 KOMs in the pocket. Let's see what's next. Höhenstraße climb is the next and longest segment I will attack today. 2.2 kilometers at 4.9% gradient. The first 600 meters are significantly steeper though. The rest is not too steep. It even includes flat sections, but also 2 steep ramps that you need to kick over at the second half. I expected this one to be the hardest to beat. Once again, Philipp Sprössl set the fastest time with 5 minutes 29 seconds and an average speed of 24 kilometers per hour. I was worried if I can take the KOM because this climb is not too steep, even has flat sections, and normally for my strengths I need steep ramps to make a difference and benefit from my lightweight and explosiveness. Also, what I struggle with from this climb, it's long straights. You can see it here. You see what is ahead. I prefer switchbacks or twisty roads where you can kind of suffer from one turn to another, but looking ahead and seeing a steep road for the next 300 meters is just so tough mentally. But here we are, pushing as hard as possible. Let's go. And this was a beautiful sighting here, a deer right in front of me at 1 minute 20 seconds, where I'm 9 seconds ahead, so things look pretty good. I'm suffering here at a heart rate of 184 beats per minute, pushing around 350 watts here at this point. And yeah, struggling with the gradients here, 10%. 18 kilometers per hour. We reached that first flatter section where you can recover a bit. I'm 12 seconds ahead, 2 minutes into the climb, and things look good. I was comparing actually to my PB here, which I did like 2 days before, like at 80%, and I knew if I can increase the gap to like 30-35 seconds that I was behind with my previous PB, I knew like I will have the KOM. So this was my reference, and after 2 minutes 40 seconds, I'm 30 seconds ahead of the KOM. So things look still very good. But the tricky part is yet to come here, this flatter section where I need to stay on the pedals, keep pushing. 3 minutes 20 in, 11 seconds ahead, so I'm losing a bit of time. But now comes the next steep ramp here where I know I need to kick over, take as much momentum as possible with me, increase the pace here, 520 watts here, 530 watts. So this is my strength here, use my explosiveness, get over the top and just push it to the line. 4 minutes in, 16 seconds ahead. So we are getting there and things look very successful as of now, and it looks like I can take the next KOM. Just made it over the last tricky part here, 4 minutes 40 in, 18 seconds ahead. So just this final few hundred meters here to the line. Let's keep pushing everything I have left. So another successful KOM chase, 5 minutes 11 seconds at 327 watts or 5.5 watts per kilo. A 98% effort with an average of 182 beats per minute. So once again, I left it all out there. I could manage to beat the old KOM by 18 seconds. I could increase the gap in the steep sections, lost a bit time on the flat part, but gained time again at the short ramps in the final third of the segment. KOM number 3 in the pocket, 1 more to go. Last but not least, we have another banger, the Birkenkreuz climb with 1.3 kilometers at 7.3% gradient, similar to the first and second climb, but still different and very challenging. The first 500 meters are super steep with up to 17%. I already tackled this climb the day before, missing the KOM of 3 minutes and 41 seconds set by Philipp Sprössl only by 1 second, since I didn't have the live segment on my computer. I didn't know exactly where it would start and finish, and this cost me since I started to push too late and stopped too early. So I knew I have it in me if I push from the first and until the last meter, but I already had 2 hard efforts in my legs and they were hurting. As we make it across the first intermediate, we are on the same time. I was remembering all the hard races on Zwift in winter, where you'd sometimes also have multiple repetitive efforts. So I tried to encourage myself that I can do it one more time if I'd only suffer for around 350 minutes. I'm getting out of the saddle here, pushing almost 500 watts, trying to get over this first steep part. And yeah, I was absolutely hurting here. 1 minute in, I'm 4 seconds ahead, pushing still more than 300 watts. Now we have this switchback where I reduce the power a bit to catch a breath, and yeah, then it's steep again and it's out of the saddle, pushing more than 400 watts, trying to get to the top here at the end of this road where you see like the blue sky coming through the trees. This is where I need to get, this is where the flat section will come. 2 seconds ahead after 90 seconds, so things are super close. And at this time I didn't know where I would stand because I lost the life segment, so I just hoped like if I push it as hard as I could, I will eventually take the KOM. One more ramp to go and then it's flat section and the last final ramp to the top. And I'm determined here to push it really hard. Harder it is at 185 beats per minute. I just didn't know where I would stand. I just left it all out there, pushing as hard as I could. 2 minutes 30 in and I'm 4 seconds ahead. Let's go. Unfortunately, I ran out of battery and I was missing the final 30 seconds of the KOM attempt, but I could finish it off and take the KOM with a time of 3 minutes 29 seconds, an average of 372 watts or 6.2 watts per kilo, and a VAM of 1605 vertical meters per hour. My power was at 96% effort, probably due to the tired legs, so eventually I could push it a bit harder with fresh legs, but it was enough to take the KOM by 12 seconds. It was a pretty close battle until the final ramp where I could gain most time. Still super happy. I wanted to take these 4 KOMs during my stay with my family and I could wrap it up in 2 days. So form is great and let's move on to the Tour of Austria. Stage 1 took place near my hometown and I stopped by the KOM to watch the race and the riders.
Okay, Tobi! So guys, I'm on my way to watching stage 5 of the Tour of Austria, which happens to be in Vienna. Really lucky this year that both the opening stage and final stage are kind of happening at places I live or I grew up. And yeah, last stage is in Vienna in the city center. Really excited, gonna be a punch sprint in front of the city hall. And yet I'm gonna hunt for some autographs, have my Panini album with me, and let's see if we can catch some top tier riders. So what a cool experience. I got the signature of all the net company Ineos riders, of Lennart Kemner and Hector Alvarez from Little Trek. Also Tibor Del Grosso, also took a photo with him, really chill guy. Said that he liked it in Austria. One thing I forgot to add, shout out and congrats to Gregor Mühlberger, who won the 75th edition of the Tour of Austria. And this is very special for me because I used to race against him in juniors category, not just Gregor, but also Michael Goger, Austrian national champion right now, and especially Felix Großschartner. He is riding for UAE Emirates right now at the Tour de France. Alongside Tadej Pogačar, so it's really cool to see him pull at the front, knowing that I used to race against this guy. These were, of course, more more talented than I was, but still very special for me and always super exciting to see them on TV. So this was this different kind of video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave some feedback in the comments, how you like this kind of vlog style and how you like the KOM hunting. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.
Remember to subscribe.